Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. So here's the thing. It's been 5 months. Yeah. It's okay though because it's summertime and summertime means I have a lot of time on my hands. That means I have a lot of time to edit videos. That means I have a lot of time to post videos. So this summer videos are coming out. Okay, or at least that's my goal. I had a plan and I kind of failed. So we're doing something else because I kind of promised myself I would post a video this Saturday. So sure you guys are curious at this point. What are you doing, girl? What are you doing, girl? Why do you have a freaking towel on your head? Like, come on. Today I'm showing you guys how I do my famous, infamous daily, no, not daily, my famous, infamous makeup look. This one right here. I also have a few other famous, infamous makeup looks, but I'm gonna do this one because it's more interesting. Looking my favorite one. So let's get going. Oh, and hair, because I want to. First of all, we gotta get this hair in check. Ooh, so this is my hair right now. Just don't talk to me, okay? I just washed it, okay, and I've been kind of straightening it a lot recently. So that's what's going on here. But we're gonna straighten it again because why the fuck not? It's okay though, you guys, because I have been using heat protectant. I've been using this heat protectant. I'm looking almost out. Okay, that is not almost out. But I've been using it a lot recently. I know the audio is going to be messed up this whole time because my hair keeps on hitting the microphone, but it's okay. I have high porosity hair. So it takes in water quickly, but it also, the water freaking leaves my hair quickly, so I have to work fast. So, this whole part is already about halfway dry. Also, guys, it's Pride Month. You guys better freaking like this video because it's Pride Month. I like to put heat protectant on in sections so that I make sure to get my whole head of hair. Okay, last thing before I start blow drying my hair, I put some oil in my hair. Just put a teensy tiny bit in my hair before I blow dry it. Especially on wash days because my hair is so dry on wash days. So I try to use a curling iron as a little teensy tiny bit as possible. So I use this bad boy, which is only slightly less damaging. This metal bit gets really hot. But I try to use this bad boy to kind of make my hair flip up like this. Do you see that? That's the goal, okay? This is where things get a little bit interesting. I like to have the front sections of my hair to be facing my face. It's not perfectly even, but it's good enough. As you can see for the next section, I curl it up and away from my face. Now for my bangs. They're really short right now. I cut myself little baby bangs, okay? Sue me. For my baby bangs, I just use a normal blow dryer. I don't really know how to explain how I do my bangs. Just freaking watch, okay? There we go. It's pretty simple. Nothing absolutely baffling. To make sure that my hair stays with the nice spikies, I get myself a sock. It is clean. A nice fluffy sock. For somebody with more hair, you should probably use a thicker one, like Yes. I like to use socks that I lost the pairs of, so that I'm not wasting socks. So first of all, I just brush up the majority of my hair to what would be a nice high bun. If I go any more, it'll just fall out. But somebody with longer hair is probably gonna want to go a little bit more forward than that to keep the nice dramatic swoops. And then I roll my hair into itself and I roll it towards my face, so up. Then I wrap the toe part of the sock all the way around my hair and the top of the sock up so that it stays there. I also sleep like this sometimes to make sure that I keep the like poof of the hair because I personally love the poof. Now it's time for the makeup portion of this video. So let's go into that. I just washed my face and wet my makeup sponge. My eyebrows are going in a little bit here. Come on, close. My eyebrows are getting what's it called? My eyebrows are going in a little bit, so we're gonna shave those off. And then I just got this tanner from the dollar store. But I've been using it like every day. It's basically like a serum. Also, my skin's been breaking out, guys. Please ignore that. This is a pimple, not a piercing. Speaking of piercings, I am planning on getting a facial piercing this summer. Trying to decide if I want to get my bridge pierced or what is it called, snake bites? Yeah, or if I want my snake bites pierced. So you guys let me know. So for primer, I use the e.l.f. Power Grip for plus 4% niacinamide primer. I'm an e.l.f. girly. Okay, I will die on that hill. So the next product that I use is the e.l.f. Whoa Glow 30 SPF sunscreen skin tint. A little bit of the glow that it gives, but not like an insane, like perfect coverage. I don't love a super strong coverage foundation. Personally, it kind of messes with my sensory issues. Low-key, you guys, my skin has been like rejecting the products that I put on it, so I've been having to be really careful. The next product I use is the e.l.f. the e.l.f. concealer. What is this? Hydrating Camo Concealer. I'm pale, so in the shade Light Ivory. I mean, I'm not that pale, but I like my face to be a little bit more pale than the rest of my skin. I don't know why. It's just what I prefer. So I put it right under like where the dent is in my cheekbone, and I have a quite high cheekbone. I try to avoid putting a ton of makeup on my forehead. Like, it just ends up being where I blend up if there's excess. Next up, I do some cream blush. I use the Sophia and Mabel Too Pretty Cream and Powder Blush Duo in the shade Strawberry Sorbet. And then this is a new addition. It's the Tarte Beauty Dewy Beauty Soft Bronze Sculpt Tape. A little bit more concealer on here. Since I'm not going out today, I'm using a different concealer, but I usually just put on more of the e.l.f. stuff. This powder that I'm using is this one. This is the back. I don't know what the brand is. Now that I got the main sections of my face for this bit, I'm using this is a new edition. I'm using the e.l.f. or, oh my god, this is Tarte. The Tarte creaseless setting powder in pink. And it's sparkly and it's pink and it's beautiful. Now we get the oh my god, NYX, bear with me. Prime Set Refresh. Multitasking. Spray. Now it's time for cream, or oh my god, powder, bronzer, and blush. Starting with bronzer, because bronzer not my top priority. It's very light, very soft. This is the Ofra Bronzer South Beach. I don't really know how to explain how I do my nose contour, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna try not to like cover my face up too much while I do it. I get this thing. I stick with the lightest shade. I go for my eyebrow, and then in a little bit more than my actual nose. Bring it down, going very slightly in still. On the other side. I like to blend this bit in with my finger, but not the inside bit, okay? And then I go to the darker shade of my bronzer. And right where the highlight of my nose naturally ends, that's where I put a nice pronounced line. And I just soften it a little bit. And then I use the excess to go down a little bit more on my nose. That's what she looks like. Okay, now it's time for blush. I don't do anything really special with my blush. Stick with the same palette that I use for the cream. I go I start right where the apple of my cheek is. And then I kind of drag it up. I like a lot of blush, okay? Zoom in. To blend out everything just a little bit, I go back in with my powder, this one. And I just go back in with it just to blend it out a tiny bit. See, it just gives it a little bit more of a blendy blend. Then for my nail contour, I get this square brush, and I get this really, really light eyeshadow, which I'm pretty sure is like for cut creases or something, but okay. Now it's time for the fun part. I get so tired after that. Before I do anything else, sorry, I'm reaching my hand to you. Before I do anything else, I like to do my eyebrows. My eyebrows are very light. I have blonde ass eyebrows, and they're super thin. So I just get an eyebrow pencil, draw on my eyebrows, and then get this. I wipe it off, and this just gives my eyebrows that little bit of tan that they needed. Okay, keep this. You're gonna need it. Okay. Next, I go in with this eyeshadow palette. What is this? Ace Beauty Paradise Fallen palette. This is what she looks like. She's really pretty. So I start with the shade Cypress Tree. This one right here. With this big fluffy brush. And I just fluff it out like this. When I'm making these videos, I'm very grateful that I'm not blind. AKA I don't have to wear glasses, because if I did, I'd be all the way up here with you guys, and I don't think you guys would love that. Unless you would, who knows? I wouldn't. Then I go in with the shade Dusk with this brush. And this is the shade that I use the most of, if you couldn't tell. And I go ham. Or not really. I go under my eye, and then over the whole, about half of my eye, probably a little bit more. Or eyelid, I guess. Blend it out a little bit. Then I get my brush, my fluffy brush, and I blend it out in circles. Also with my finger, because, girl, the finger works so good. Okay. That definitely sounded like an innuendo, but it's okay. Okay, for the final little bit, I go in with the shade Eve, this one right here, and I use the other side of the brush. It's just a tiny bit. And I just put it right once on the bottom and once very close to my lash line on the top, and I blend it out. And now I just use my finger for the highlighter or the shimmers. I use the shimmer flavor. Okay, oh my god. I use the shimmers Twilight, Orion, and Moonglow. I start with Twilight, and I put it on the side that all of the color is. And then I go with a different finger, and I go to the shade Orion, and I put that on the other side. And then for the shade Moonglow, also on a different finger, I go right in the corner. This is the shade Moonglow, by the way. It's like a white silver. And now it's time for the really fun part, aka the eyeliner. Okay? So first of all, we're going to wipe off a sliver, okay? Right under the eye. Just because we want the least amount of those colors mixing with the white. But we still want all of those colors. So literally the smallest little bit. You wouldn't even be able to notice. Then you're going to need, where are you? This beautiful gem. Nope, not that one. My bad, you guys. This beautiful gem. It is a nail art brush, actually. I'm using these shade adjusting drops. It's literally just white foundation. And I like to draw on a little extra white of my eye. I'm going to go in with another coat a little bit later, but that's where she is. I go on, I curve my brush under, because when I get a little bit of that white on my eyelashes, it messes with the whole thing. Okay. And now I go into eyeliner. My favorite eyeliner that I've ever had is the Wet n Wild stuff. So I'm just going to use this Tarte Double Take eyeliner and this e.l.f. liquid eyeliner. Starting with outlining the white part. Going straight out from that. Not curving in or anything, just straight out. Like that. I'm actually going to put in a little strainer. I try to look very straight while I'm doing it. Just because personally, doing my eyeliner, I like the very straight into your eye eyeliner. And then here, right here, where the white ends and the black starts. I'm drawing a very small line out and then connecting it. And I draw another one near the middle of that white part and connect it on both ends. I'm honestly really surprised that I did that through this mirror and not this one. Okay, there we go. They're not perfectly even, okay? I understand that, but they're as close as they're gonna get, okay? For makeup looks like these, I promise you, these brush eyeliners are so much better than the felt tip ones because you have so much more like control of the brush than the felt tip. And then I just do dots at each tip of the eyeliner. And now I'm gonna use a little bit of cream eyeliner, from the Tarte two-sided, not double take eyeliner, and I'm just drawing it on my waterline until the black bit of this connects. There we go. See, I just feel like I like the shape that it makes my eyes look like they are. To plan where I'm gonna put my fake piercings, I'm gonna use this. These are all of the piercings that I want to have soon-ish. I think these gems are from Amazon. These are definitely from Amazon, and these are from the same store that I got the white foundation. Starting with the fake piercings. I kind of drew them on unevenly, but it's okay. I just put the eyelash glue exactly where I put the dots with the eyeliner. Okay, as you can see, there's 3 different sizes. There's the base and there's the smallest. I use like the medium-sized ones. These ones, I feel like this size is like the most accurate to an actual piercing. Sorry, like my whole body is shaking right now. I also sometimes do a fake septum, and for that, I just get a septum ring, but the smallest septum ring that there is. As you can see, it looks real. Oh my god. I'm gonna take it out for now. Well, I do the rest of my makeup because my nose is running so bad right now. The eyelashes, I start off by putting some mascara on and curling my eyelashes. Now it's time for eyelashes. I feel like, oh, no, it's not. My bad, you guys. I'm a freaking lying liar, okay? So, remember that brush that I said we were going to use for the white part? So, we're going to use it now because we're going to use it for highlighting for, what's it called? I forgot what fashion people call it. My memory is really bad. I'm so sorry. But I get a brown cream eyeliner, a makeup brush like this. This is on a lip liner that I don't use, so I use it for this. And I already kind of have a crease right here. I'm just gonna make it a little bit more known, like that, like that. So as you can see, I went just a little bit under the natural crease that I have, and then it connected near the end. I messed up a little bit on the side, but that doesn't matter. And then I use this guy, and I get the Formula makeup palette. And I use this beautiful gal. I just highlight right above that. I'm also going to use that eyeshadow that's my skin tone to kind of accentuate it. I go right above, and you can see a tiny bit of that excess below. There we go. Personally, I love, like, I already have big eyes, but I love making my eyes look even bigger, even more out there, popping out, you know? Now, you guys, now it's time for the false eyelashes. I feel like I don't really do my false eyelashes very differently from how everybody else does them, but whatever. There we go. And as you can see, it doesn't really make my eyelashes too, like, a ton longer. Just a tiny bit off my lips. And then you're done with that. You don't need to worry about it anymore. And I get my nice, beautiful red lip liner. And this is the Tarte Plumping Lip Oil in the shade Shimmering Berry. Of course, my bangs are sticking straight up, guys. Now we have the, you know, the one that I love. And that's how I do it. That's how I do my famous look. I usually have my little rat's tails curling the opposite way from the rest of my hair. This is what she looks like. You guys haven't been keeping up with my TikToks. You guys are probably like, this is not what our girl looked like 5 months ago. Yeah, you're right. This is not what your girl looked like 5 months ago. But personally, I prefer how I look like this. I prefer. This is honestly my favorite era of me that I have ever been in. So, yeah, I think that's it for today, at least. I'll see you guys next Saturday, probably with a new god. But yeah, that's it. Love y'all. Peace out and bye bye.